Hey everybody, it's Gypsy, and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. It's a beautiful morning here in Northeast Ohio. Today, the high is going to be in the low 80s, which is going to be such a relief after the last few days that were in the mid 90s. Look at these beautiful morning glories. It was not supposed to rain until like 1 o'clock this afternoon. But at 10:30 last night, it just started pouring and pouring. And now everything is like nice and fresh. It has that beautiful summer morning smell to it. It just feels good. So hopefully I can get more done today. And today's focus, this morning's focus, is harvesting the garlic because it really needs to be done. And I was waiting for it to cool down before I did that, so hopefully my garlic's okay. Hey everybody, summer weather and temperatures finally arriving is finally helping my plants. Look what I got. The first of my blossoms on this one. And let's see. More. That's close. More over here. These are my Napoli tomatoes. I'm so excited. Okay, well, I just found more blossoms. This is an Ace 55. I think as miserable as that oppressively hot weather was, it has helped my plants. Look at my basil. It's finally growing and perking up. I think it was just too cold before. I have more basil in here. I have basil all over the place now. I was really having trouble with my basil. It just wasn't doing anything. And I think it was the weather. So now that it's been hot, it's doing so much better. My tomatoes are looking gorgeous. Well, everybody, we were lied to. All of us here in Northeast Ohio. So yesterday the forecast said today would be 9 degrees cooler, which would put it at about 84, and it would rain this afternoon. Does that look like rain? What happened was, at 10:30 last night, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we got this big thunderstorm, and it poured, and we're like, oh good, it'll cool things down, etc. Woke up this morning, it still said it was going to be 84, but no rain today. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're already like approaching 90 very quickly. We're not even at the hottest part of the day. So things unfortunately did not work out. We thought we were going to start cooling off, and we have not. But anyways, yeah, because I was excited. I was going to spend the entire day out in the garden and catch up, because before we had so much rain, it kept me from gardening, and of course the weeds got out of control because they love rain. But anyway, I can still, I'll go in and cool off, and I keep coming back out here. But I wanted to show you this. So these are the peas that I have been growing. When did I plant these? I think in April. April or May? I don't know. I think April. Maybe even March. I'll have to look back at my notes. But these are a shelling pea. And they're nice and sweet. We had them for dinner last night. I shelled them and I very lightly steamed them and then buttered them. And they were so good. It was like heaven. Oh my goodness. I think this is when it's so easy to be thankful for our food. It's when you grow it yourself and you taste that freshness and you can taste how healthy it is. That's when I think we can't help but put out that attitude of gratitude in the universe. The Creator picks up on it immediately. Anyways, I usually save most of my cold crops for fall, because the way the weather goes here is the spring, you start out cold and you'll have like a few minutes of spring and then you just right into summer. Well, this year, summer took a very long time to get here. So like all the cold crops, everybody's talking about how good they're doing, and we all got all this great lettuce and everything, and my peas, man, I've never had peas do this good before. But a few days ago, summer finally decided to arrive. So I am just harvesting the last of the peas. I think for my fall crop, I think I might double or triple the amount of peas because I've just been enjoying these so much. And I think I might do like, what's the one where you eat, the pods are edible? The sugar, is that sugar snap? I don't know. I call these Shelly peas or shelling peas. So I'm going to increase the amount of peas I grow for the fall. So anyways, I'm just sitting in the shade right now taking a break. I'm going to harvest some chamomile. I'm going to bring these inside and shell them and put them in the freezer real quick. And then I'll try to do more out here. It's just, what a disappointment. But it is supposed to rain for the next few days. At least that's what they're saying now. So we'll see what happens. So I did the best I could going in and out with the heat. What I got done was I had a bunch of seedlings left because I had planted so many over the winter. So, ooh, it's warm out here, sorry. So what I did was I just stuck them in the ground. Now that it's hot, I think they're going to grow quickly. They were tomatoes and peppers. I did a lot of weeding and stuff. There's still a lot to be done. But over here, my cottage garden, the only thing I did today was I felt my nasturtiums back behind there. Now that all these, like the mugwort and stuff, is getting taller, they weren't getting enough sun. And they should be blooming soon. So I wanted to move them up to the front. And then over here, I had some Shasta daisy seedlings. So I put them in, I think there's 4 in there, with some of my creeping Jenny. So let's see, show you what that looks like back here. But let's go this way, beyond the wagon. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is make it balanced. And I have nasturtium here and the creeping Jenny and daisies over here. And let's see. Yeah, tomorrow I just want to do a lot of trimming of grass and stuff like that. Get some more seedlings planted. I want them to be all taken care of so I can kind of clean up here soon. I might try to do like plant more seeds, see what happens. Do them in my greenhouse. Another thing I want to do, selling seedlings this past spring was not bad. It did bring me in some money. So I wanted to see if I can figure out what more I can sell of those seedlings, but I also want to get into growing houseplants, either from seed or other propagation methods, and sell those. I would have to do, what is that called? Unpatented. They can only be plants that are unpatented, but there's plenty of those. So I'm thinking of doing that. So anyways, my peas, they're on their way out. They'll be gone probably next week. They're not producing as much anymore. They hit their peak of my harvesting, and it slowed up, and the heat has really been affecting them, so they're not going to be there much longer. So I think I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.